So you're talking to one of your trainees, your learners, and you're just not connecting with them. You offend them and you're wondering, well, what did I do? We're going to talk about it. My name is Jay Bryan. I'm a learner engagement specialist and corporate trainer. Before I get started, make sure that you subscribe, like, leave a comment, and make sure to hit that notification bell as well. So, you all, the reason that sometimes we can't seem to connect with some of the learners in order to engage is because they're not all like you. They're not all like you. In fact, there are four different variations of learners that you'll see. Now, these variations are based on what's called the DISC assessment. And the DISC assessment is based on the four original personality types that was created by, I believe, the Greeks or something like that. But regardless, there are four types of learners, and you have to engage with each one differently. There are different things that make each type care about what you're saying and how you're saying it. So let's talk about them. Your first type of learner is going to be called your finisher. Your finisher. Oftentimes, a finisher, they want results. They want results now. They don't care how it happens. Results, results, results quickly. Whenever you talk to a finisher, they're not going to laugh at your jokes necessarily. They're not there to play. They're not there to connect with you, like really talk, chit chat about the weather, none of that. They're there because they must be in order to get to their job so that they can make their money. These are people that often end up in positions like supervisor and things like that because they're about results. They're usually natural leaders. Not that every single finisher is a leader, but when you're working with this type of learner, the best thing you can do is keep it simple and to the point. Simple and to the point. This is what one looks like, and this is what one sounds like more specifically. Yeah. Okay. So we just need to do this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can do that. That is what a finisher looks like or sounds like. That's what they sound like. They're to the point. They again leave all the fluff out. Keep things simple. Keep your slides simple. Keep your conversation straight to the point. Be direct, and they will appreciate that when they are in your class. Your next type is the connector. Your connectors are people, they're very talkative, they're outgoing. Oftentimes they're talking during class. Man, girl, you know what? You know, they're talking about all kinds of things. Man, you know, I went to the store the other day and I saw this lady, and you all, she was amazing. She was amazing. We talked about different, I mean, they're just talking about everything. Why? A connector seeks to connect. When you're talking to a connector, a learner that's a connector, they love videos, stories from your own personal life, or just in general from around the company. They want to find some type of connection with you because they're about people, relationships. That's one of the big things that they're about, connection. So again, tell stories, use videos. Those are amazing ways of engaging a learner that is a connector personality style. Your third type is what is called your supporter. Your supporter. Now, your supporter learners, they're oftentimes introverted, a lot more laid back. They will not necessarily speak up that often, but that doesn't mean they're getting the material. It doesn't mean they're getting the material. The best, I mean, that doesn't mean they're not getting the material. The best way to connect with a learner that you feel is a supporter personality type is you want to make sure to talk about how this system, this material, how it will help people, how it will help people. Supporters oftentimes they care about themselves, but they do not, but it's very important for them also to help meet other people's needs. So a supporter, they really, really like things that help people because they like to help people. They like to help meet people's needs. They enjoy service. They enjoy taking care of others. And a majority of the world are supporters. Majority of the world are supporters and connectors. That's what a majority are. The smallest percentage of people are your finishers. I think maybe somewhere between 8 and 12% of the human population is a finisher, rarest personality type. So, supporters, make sure again to tell how this material, this is going to help them and their customers that they'll be working with, or whatever you're trying to teach them. How will it help the people around them? That's what they care about. And then your last type is your analyzer. Your analyzer, again, introverted typically, and they care about details. To connect with the analyzer, you got to have the facts. You got to have the details. You must have your numbers, your statistics. 72% of consumers will say this. They love this stuff because they are accurate, they are typically perfectionists, and they are typically right. They're correct about things. So again, to connect with an analyzer, make sure, again, avoid the fluff. Very similar to a finisher. They're task oriented. So they're about what you're teaching. They're about that information, but they're going to want to know more details. Oftentimes, your analyzers are people who ask a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Why? Not because they're trying to put you on the interrogation chair. They're just trying to get as much detail as possible so that they can do their job in the best possible way. They are measure twice, cut once type of people. Those are your analyzers. And again, to connect with them, use statistics, facts, and things of that nature. Those are your 4 learner types. If you would like me, Jay Bryan, learner engagement specialist and corporate trainer, to come work with your team of corporate trainers or learning and development professionals, please reach out to info@jbryanspeaks.com. Myself or my assistant will be glad to work with you and see what we can get on the schedule to help you and your learning and development team out. Again, you all, we've been talking about the 4 different types of learners and how to engage each in your class. And with that, you all, again, make sure to comment, subscribe, like, hit that notification bell so that you know when the new videos are posted. And with that, you all, again, I'm Jay Bryan, learner engagement specialist and corporate trainer. You all have a great one. Peace.